Good morning everyone, welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society. My name is Rooster and we're exploring, not exploding I hope. We're exploring the Caribbeans here and I would like to check out these encounter locations here. But first let's level up our explorers. I can give Hades +6 attack when the current attitude is devious. I don't expect to be in devious attitude a lot of time, so we'll give her Eye on the Prize, which gives +1 collect token when she succeeds on the adventure wheel, so that should be nice. And also, that's really loud. Let me fix that in just a sec. And we're giving Dolores Confident Roar, I think, which lets her become confident after she casts Primal Roar, which means she gets +25% attack. And that's pretty nice. That is actually pretty nice. For some reason my sound sliders have reset after, well, at some point. I'm not quite sure when that happened or how that happened, but yeah, it's a thing. Also, music is a little variable. Can be rather shrill, which could be a problem. Let's check out these monkeys here. A group of monkeys led by a blue monkey is bullying another barrel. They look really scared. Sadly for you, the blue monkey notices you and tries to assert his dominance over you as well. Well, that won't end well for him, I think. Although that is... Okay, we don't want to end this friendly. You said a friendly example for the monkeys, but might not be the best in this jungle. Yeah, so probably either aggressive or devious should be fine. In this case, we've got a few monkeys ahead of us. This one, monkeys are not that fast. Okay, so this guy cannot reach us right now, so I shouldn't need to worry about him as long as I take out this guy, which I should do at range. Also, I just completed another run. Can I just kill this guy? I can. Although I probably want to start out devious. So does this work? I can scare him for a bit, but that doesn't quite cut it. And this also does not. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. Can we do the devious primal roar thingy? Is okay. Not very effective though. I may just have had this do that and then try to... actually I could try and start out friendly as long as I don't finish. That way it should be fine. Okay, let's give that a try. So if Hades moves here, then I can piercing shot down these guys and I can try to be friendly against the monkeys, which they're not resistant to. That doesn't really help either, I think. Wait, this is not at range? Nothing is at range. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. Let's rethink. We should probably go aggressive in that case. Does this guy cannot reach us? Okay, that's good. So we just go aggressive then. Which should be the best option. No. Oh, yeah. I definitely didn't want to end turn there, so I'm glad that didn't work, but yeah, minus speech defense could bite us kinda hard pretty soon, so that's something to keep in mind. As long as we stay over here, we should be able to stay safe for at least one turn, unless the monkeys, of course, have a ranged attack that I am unaware of, but I can't quite remember. So that should be fine. Range attack incoming. And with the minus speech defense, that's actually a little awkward. We should probably try and move away from these guys. This one has 3 speed still. Can take out this guy, or I can take out the big guy over here, which could also work. How about we try a piercing shot? That's actually kind of nice. I can probably take out the blue guy this way. Can I do that from here? Probably not. No? Maybe from... I can't get away from this guy, can I? I don't think so. Can I have piercing shots from all the way here? Can't hit both of them. Probably just have to take a hit from this guy, and that should be fine. Piercing shots. And then let's see if we can get the Dolores in for a nice little hit. And she should be able to finish him off, even. If she does, then I can have Anna take out the other guy, so that's okay. And we're entirely safe with just one attack incurred. That's fine. Even on Classic, that's absolutely fine. Alright. The bullied monkeys are delighted you punched out that blue monkey's barrel. They start copying your behavior and start practicing claw attacks and bites. These guys will hold themselves pretty well in the jungle. Alright, well, I feel good about that. We can have a technique challenge, that could be okay. Or, yeah, I kinda do want to check out these locations, and if we lose a couple of supplies, that's still okay. You spot a nearby camp where smugglers are busy moving around crates. The cargo seems valuable. You really want to know what's in those crates, but you can't possibly take on all those smugglers. If you could just infiltrate them. But we cannot. That's unfortunate. We don't have anyone with the capabilities of doing that. Do I really have... Wow. That's kind of ridiculous. She's got 4 aggressive expedition bonuses. Do we take on... I guess I could. Well, we'll just take on all the encounters. That's really good for experience, so that's good. The crew hears some noises coming from afar, and decides to take a look. Some of the monkeys you helped earlier are viciously attacking some smugglers. They learned how to stand up for themselves. As the smugglers run away and leave their possessions to take some gold. Hey, that's really nice. And more study tokens is better. Let's see if we can do this encounter here then. You imagined this deep jungle was probably the turf of some pesky simians? Well, you were right. Hades makes a bit too much noise with a yawn, and within mere seconds you are surrounded by those impish monkeys, ready to mock you. Oh boy, more monkeys. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. If you're hearing some noise in the background, the weather outside is frightful. The weather is really bad outside, so that's probably what you're hearing. Let's see, can we take out these guys? We probably cannot, so let's just prepare and take out one, I guess. Can I do that? This guy can move 3 squares, so if I stand here I'm not safe. Can Hades move over here and still shoot one? She can, but this... Would this be adjacent? I don't think that's... So she should be fine if she just shoots one here. Perhaps... Doesn't really matter. Let's shoot this guy. Starting out aggressively, again, probably not the best idea against devious enemies, but I'm not too worried right now. We can give each other plus attack. This doesn't really matter too much though. Plus speech to Dolores, I guess it's okay. What's this area though? Provoked, aggressive expedition. Oh, that's just my range. Hello. No need to stay away from that, no need to stay away from that, because she's actually in range of devious attacks, so that's okay. Buff on this one, and buff on this one, and that should be it. Let's see what the monkeys are up to. We can probably get a nice piercing shot off here. Actually, no we cannot. I'm lying. So keep in mind, monkeys can get devious. What does that do? That reduces armor, right? Yeah, that's fine. Piercing shots are really bad. Let's see. We can move over here and just stay out of range except for possible devious attacks from this guy. That's actually mildly concerning. Can we avoid that? 1, 2, 3... This is still range 2, but I can move over here. Can I get a sniper shot on not both? Okay. Can I move here and still do that? Now I can. I can probably just provoke this guy with Dolores. That should be fine. Or I can try and stay out of range. That would probably be a better idea. But then Hades gets focused. I'm not sure I like that too much. How about, can you move over here? Yes, you can. So you can take out this guy. And then Dolores can pin the blue guy. And we get a snipe shot on both of these. And everyone except Dolores stays out of range, and she can take a punch here, I guess. There's actually... is there... yeah, otherwise he can attack Hades, and that's probably bad. So let's pin him here with Dolores' new ability, which means he cannot move next turn, and that should set it up for lethal next turn. Still excited, so that's good. Dolores can just take him out. There we go. No need to overthink it when the situation becomes rather easy, actually. Another aggressive victory. We don't really get any benefits for being aggressive, but it's the easiest way to solve things. Threat averted. As some sort of trophy, the subdued monkeys leave behind a small artifact. They probably stole it from the other island dwellers. We get an insight. Insight is always sweet. So not too upset about that. We can buy more supplies possibly here, so that I would like. Let's see. While traveling through a local settlement, Anna spots a small hut where both supplies and items are being sold. Oh, that could be nice. Although I don't have a lot of gold, so I may not be able to actually buy something. Let's look at the equipment for sale. There are several pieces of traditional equipment that you can only purchase here. We can buy a dagger for 50... no, everything costs 50 gold. A talisman, a glyph, a dagger, or we can just buy four supplies for 1 resolve. I'm not sure that's the greatest idea, but we're almost out of supplies, so... I'm actually a little worried about our food situation, so let's do that. Let's just do it once and leave the shop. This one looks interesting, but this one looks too... We can probably make a nice little circle here. So let's check this one first. There's another wits challenge. A group of locals. If you're able to impress these people, they might shower you with gifts and respect. They seem they might be a little gullible to a roguish lie. A roguish lie, even. Anna ponders on who will lead the talk. We can lose 1 campaign token, or we can take a 20-ish% chance to gain 5 tokens. Let's see, that's a -4 and a +5, that's average 0, or we can just take 1 campaign token. That's probably the better idea. We don't really get a benefit out of taking just too much risk. Let's just mix in together and have a good time. You have a pretty decent time together and make some new friends. Anna also manages to beat the local champion in a game of rock, paper, scissors before you move on. Wow. Isn't that exciting? Another encounter. Do we... Yeah, we could. It's better than spending a supply and gaining nothing, I guess. Might take some time, but that's okay. You hear gunshots in the vicinity. You follow the sound as a smuggler showing off at target shooting in front of 2 other smugglers. A bullet ricochets off a tree and hits Dolores, who cries out of shock. The smugglers immediately turn towards you. Okay, so more smugglers, which we can probably beat by being aggressive, and we gain a bonus encounter token for doing so that's a great idea. Only 3 smugglers? Only 3 smugglers. So let's stay out of sight unless I can get a piercing shot off. This one has a gun, that's a little concerning. Let's see how distance treats us. I don't think I can get... well, if I can stand over here and get a piercing shot on one, that's not too impressive. Okay, let's just move back a slight bit to make sure this one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. I think it's a range of 2, I'm not quite sure. So I should be fine if I just stay where I am. Let's improve speech for Dolores. Let's improve attack for her. And Dolores can, let's see, I think we want to make her positive also, yeah. That means she can probably one-shot them with a piercing shot, so that's useful. And let's see if I'm correct in my assessment that the one with the gun cannot hit us here. And I seem to be correct in that. I can also get a nice piercing shot on all 3 of them, and I probably should. Well, that was easy. If you didn't know yet, Hades is a beast. That piercing shot is a killer, and especially I sure won't be using explorers for target practice again anytime soon. Especially with one of her later upgrades, she can really get things going. I don't want to finish my expedition first, so let's go over here. And there's something special here. What a great place to camp, with a beautiful clean creek. And that tells everyone to prepare for a comfortable day. The crew spends the day relaxing, but then something interesting happens, and that surprises everyone. Or someone makes a nice gesture. I don't know, but I do want to surprise everyone, I think. The crew notices that Anna is polishing something shiny. When asked about it, Anna reveals that it's just an international acclaimed science prize that Anna has earned just a few months ago. The crew is impressed. Hades suddenly becomes friendlier, after learning that Anna is quite famous. After a good day, the crew sits around the campfire and listens to one of Anna's great stories. The night becomes even more enjoyable when a delightful dinner is served by... let's see, I think that cooking is a survival skill, and I would like to focus that on Hades, I think. So let's give Hades an unbelievable combination of Caribbean ingredients and flavors from Turkey. The crew is delighted by the meal. Hades is a fantastic cook. On the downside, now Hades will have to endure the complaining of hungry crew members. Alright, let's continue on. Oh my god, it's raining outside. That's ridiculous. 0 supplies, so that's definitely exciting. And an opportunity to gain more supplies over here, so that's good. What an enormous tree. Climbing it might reveal information about this island, but you'll need to be quite the athlete to climb it. Luckily, Dolores is an excellent athlete, and I'm definitely not taking the chance of not getting anything here. So let's have Dolores climb the tree. The climb is successful. From the top of the canopy, Dolores studies the surroundings. Alright, and we continue on to this place where we might even get more supplies, so that's pretty great. A branch hanging over a chasm gives you the possibility to take a shortcut. Balancing act is required to get to the other side and secure a rope for others to pass. Anna is looking for a volunteer to walk across the branch. Let's not forget that we actually have a tool available. That could be useful. Damn. It's hail. Oh my god. Hades has a very decent chance here, and yeah, I think I would like that. 59% is something I will probably take. No need to improve that, I think, or rather, maybe I should have. Anyway, Hades is unable to keep balance and falls. Luckily, Hades breaks the fall into the ravine, but the branch is broken. The group continues at a slower, much more cautious pace. Oh well. So we can check out this part and then probably head to the ending. Maybe take a quick detour along this road. Yeah, let's see if this proves to be anything worthwhile. As you walk across a pearl-white shoreline, some of the crew starts to develop an appetite for fresh fish. Anna spots an upside-down old fishing boat. You walk toward the boat. It doesn't look very seaworthy, but luckily there is a net next to it. You can still catch fish that are close to the shore. Who will use the net? Probably Anna will, and we can catch a fish with that. Let's see about that. Because study tokens... Oh, come on. Study tokens would be really valuable. Not a single fish enters the net. After a while, Anna gives up. Oh well. Fishing for fish near the shore with the net doesn't seem to be the most effective way, so Anna decides to turn over the boat to see if there's any more gear underneath it. Anna screams as loudly as possible. There's a skeleton underneath the boat. After a brief period of relief, the boat is lifted to take a closer look at what is underneath it. You see a skeleton and determine it is a female due to the feminine clothing. She is wearing a pretty necklace and holding a letter in her hands. Let's see what the letter says. While taking the letter, a small piece of paper drops on the floor. You can look at it later. The letter is from the woman's boyfriend. It's very romantic, and he tells her the jewelry is safely hidden and that in a few years people will stop looking. Some of these sultry lines may come in handy during a campaign. What else do you do? What's the little piece of paper then? The following is written on it. 52 left, 13 right, 44 right. You are not sure what it is, but you best take it with you. Aha. Let's take the necklace. Anna, a bit startled, takes the necklace and examines it. It appears to be part of an old Spanish royal jewelry set. Anna mentions that there were wanted posters in the abandoned treehouse and that maybe this was a person wanted for stealing royal jewelry. Interesting. And we get the Spanish royal necklace. That's pretty worthwhile. Not bad. Let's leave the skeleton in the boat. Finding that skeleton beneath the fishing boat sure killed everyone's appetite for fish, but not their appetite for treasure. With a nice shiny necklace in your bag and a smile on the crew's faces, you continue exploring. We're out of supplies though, so that is something to keep in mind. Anna becomes frustrated with the lack of food. Loss of speech defense is acceptable. I'm not that interested in all of these locations. But I would like... I have a naturalist, right? And sort of an athlete, sort of a survivalist. This should be nice. I can almost guarantee get something useful here. In such distant places you are bound to make some discoveries about the nature of things. While exploring, Anna often asks someone to keep their eyes open for such discoveries. Why don't you just do it yourself, Anna? Let's see. We actually get something good here. Nice. A discovery. Anna manages to find a new type of beetle. While Anna is happy with the find, Hades is slightly disgusted. And Hades starts rambling. Loss of speech power is okay, because Hades doesn't really do speech that much anyway. We can go there, right? And then we can check this out for free. Oh, that's actually basically free. Wow. I do want to check out this location though. What an amazing find! In the deep of the jungle, you'll find the elusive 100-year fruit. The low-hanging fruit takes more than 100 years to grow this size. Surrounding the fruit is a barrel of monkeys, performing a ritual never witnessed before. You can just take the fruit to safety. A naturalist might be interested in studying the monkey's ritual. Yes, I would like to do that. That's a lot of study tokens. Let's not forget I have that tool, but I'll take the risk now. Fascinating. Anna observes that the monkeys know about the fruit, suggesting cultural memory in this barrel. Once the monkeys start shaking the tree, making squishing noises and explosive gestures, Anna starts to get anxious and rushes in and takes the fruit. The monkeys are seemingly disappointed. With the research and fruit in hand, you leave the heartbroken monkeys behind. Those poor things. But we do get the 100-year fruit for more renown and more insight. That's really neat. Dolores loses speech power. That's unfortunate, but probably okay. One more challenge and then we can go visit. Oh, actually, that's probably bad. Losing supplies is probably okay, so I'll take a 53% chance to find the history of the ruins of this village. Okay. Yeah, probably fine again. Maybe I'm being too careful with my tools, but I like taking risks. Anna carefully leads the investigation to a success. From local writings, Anna concludes that the village was struck by disaster that ruined their food. And that takes an urn for investigation and for boasting. And on the mystery solved. Let's please not lose any... Oh, Anna loses attack power. That's unfortunate. We could check out this part, but if I remember correctly, that will actually let us lose another debuff. I wouldn't like to take that risk. Basically, zero paths don't really matter once you run out of supplies. We can give Anna the Astronomy Naturalist perk or focus more on Engineer. What does that mean for our stats? We get plus Spirit and plus Speech Defense or more Speech Defense. Wait, what? How does that work? I don't quite understand. Oh, plus 1 attack. Why doesn't that register? Maybe because I have to debuff, so that doesn't... Okay, so I shouldn't keep that in mind, but... Advanced Tools or Astronomy. I don't think it really matters too much. We also get Strike of Fear, which is kinda nice. I do like having a level 3 Engineer more than having a level 3 Naturalist, I think. So let's go for that. Kind of unconventional, but sure. Now let's go finish up this expedition. Finally, you find it, the Waterfall Rock. The treasure hidden by the notorious pirate Captain Roche must be here somewhere. This is the goal of the expedition. Whatever happens here will end the expedition. Is the crew ready to go? We are. What a fantastic sight. No wonder that the pirate Captain Roche chose this place to bury his treasure. The crew starts to look for signs and clues of treasure under the peerless guidance of Anna. It seems it will take longer than expected. Someone might want to set up a defensive camp while the other crew members continue searching and digging. Anna will evaluate the issue. So Dolores can set up camp here, which will give us a penalty if we fail in combat. That's probably still okay. Should I use a tool here? I guess I should. We get a bonus collect or a bonus to study. But the difference is too big. Let's just have Dolores do it. I think there's still one skill check to be made, and I'll use the tool on that if necessary. Oh, come. Okay. I really thought it would take over there. Looks like a bastion. Dolores creates a camp at a strategic location with a lookout and everything. Besides, it was a good way to learn about the environment. You will be prepared for any hostilities that come your way. That's fantastic. To find the treasure, the crew spends hours looking for Roche's marks. The night passes and guard duties change, while the crew works diligently to uncover the secret treasure. It's not long the next morning until something happens. Hades follows a trail of golden coins and finds, or Anna conducts an intense study. I like me some intense study. Treasure! After hours and hours of searching and digging, Anna's shovel finally hits a wooden chest. The crew opens it up to see the Spanish treasure in all its glory, surrounded by other precious pieces. The crew prepares to dig out Roche's treasure when you hear a deep laugh from behind. It's the smuggler boss. I hear these rats were on my island, but I think they would be so kind as to leave this treasure for me. Get your paws off my booty, landlubbers. He hurls a heavy object towards you. Watch out! A ticking bomb! It's going to blow and take some of the treasure with it. Anna needs to take charge of the situation quickly. But Anna can dismantle this bomb guaranteed with the bonuses from Engineer. That's pretty great. Well, no need to use that tool then. I guess we wasted that. With sweaty hands, Anna manages to defuse the old bomb. You're able to secure some valuables before the boss comes in. Thank goodness. The boss confronts you. Seems you won't go down with just an old sea mine. We'll show you what happens when you disrespect my territory. Fellas, get the treasure and crush these landlubbers. Seems there is no choice. Alright, so it's on. Things happen regardless of how we finish. I have no idea what would be the best course of action. I do know that I would like to take out the guy with the gun in the back first. Meanwhile, staying away from these guys. So that would be nice. if I could manage that. He can move over here, so as long as we stay away from that location, we should be okay. We can even try some friendly attacks even. How would that work? Not too exciting. If I miss one, I can still go for the aggressive route though. So that could be okay. Can I do a piercing shot? That actually almost takes care of all of them. Let's try a friendly attack here just to get into the friendly mood. That's really nice. We can easily break that by getting. Oh wait, we don't want to get friendly against aggressive. Whoops. Minus armor doesn't matter if we're not getting hit though, so that's okay. Hades can make him sad. Does that work? He's not resistant to being sad, right? He's resistant to being... Oh, he's weak to being enraged. Does that work? I don't think we have any enrage powers. Okay. Let's first... Dolores can move over here, right? Yeah, so Hades can move here. Then Dolores can encourage her. That would be nice, and then we can sadden this guy, which should take him out. We're still in friendly mood, but as long as we do at least one devious attack next time, we should be getting into a better mood. Or just make an attack, and that should also be fine. End turn. Opponent reinforcements arrive. Ooh, that's actually kind of bad. Where did the reinforcements come from? I do wanna... Oh, he's over here. That's okay, that's okay. We can take out these guys, right? Right. We can try a devious attack on both of them. Would that work? Terrify, not too impressive. They actually have some speech defense. Might just try the aggressive approach then. Or try to get in a devious mood first. That's probably better. We can still do that afterwards. Yeah, that's still fine, still fine. Let's see if we can make this work. It's not very effective. it's actually very ineffective. Oh wait, that's awful. My positioning is awful again. Okay. Too bad, too bad. At least Hades can encourage that guy, right? Can she hit... Let me check. If I'm aggressive here, can I take out this guy? Not guaranteed. That's unfortunate. I may just have to piercing shot then. In which case I might... I could try a devious attack. Oh, this attack is actually really awesome. If I undo this, can I take both of them? I don't think so. I don't think that's possible, no. But I can stun at least one of them, but I would like to reserve that attack for later, I think. Let's just try and get rid of this guy, and if we can, then that's good, and if we don't, then that's still okay. Changes the mood to hostile, which gives a bonus to devious abilities. That's nice again. And that does give us the opportunity to buff up Dolores here. You should be careful about using friendly abilities on your team members though, because in this team it doesn't really matter. But some teams might have friendly attacks that actually give negative status effects. And that's something to be concerned about. Because you really don't want to give your team members like minus speech or something. That would be really, really bad. This is difficult terrain, so I don't think he can get to us. Unless he tries a devious approach, I guess. Can I take out some of these guys? That would be interesting. They probably can't hit me from here, so if I just move... I could just encourage Anna. Might be a better idea. I don't think they can... I'm pretty sure he can't hurt me from here. And I could even just throw a bomb out. No, I could not. Let's just hold it here. I don't think he can get close to us. Yeah, that's the difficult terrain kicking in. And that guy cannot shoot us from here, that's good. So that means I can now use Anna to move here, let's say, and strike fear into these guys. That takes out the gunner, which is good. And then Dolores can move here and start going ham on this guy. Can I take out the other guy with a piercing shot? That would be nice. I don't think I can reach that far. So I should probably... Oh, we can actually try a devious approach, but it doesn't seem to be too effective. Is he resistant to... No, he's weak to enrage, but he has a large speech defense. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be too effective. No, it doesn't. He is right now terrified, and that's really good. I could try and make him sad, but that doesn't really seem to be too conducive. Primal Roar is really nice, though, even if I only have one target. Not too effective, though. I can just spin him, and it'll be fine. Does that, that will pull aggro, and that's fine, because Dolores, I think, has the most armor of our team. So I would like her to take the hits whenever possible. She has an insane amount of armor. That's really good. Okay, so we can probably take out that guy next turn. So... that attack from Anna should not be effective on bosses. It doesn't stun bosses. He will take a shot, though. Did I... well... okay, sure. If you're intent on shooting Dolores, then that's absolutely fine with me. Then we can just finish up with a nice piercing shot here. And that should take care of things. Alright. Well, that was much easier than expected. And another aggressive victory. Alright. Let's see what we're up against. The smugglers lie, defeated at your feet. And it makes it clear that there is more of that to come if the smugglers don't leave the island quickly. The crew's physical prowess has intimidated the boss, and they run away, vowing to leave you and the island alone. Without those irksome outlaws to bother you, you can retrieve Roche's treasure easily. Alright. That's pretty sweet. So we get 10% extra gold from all collect tokens. Looks magnificent, the scent of gold fills the air. With Roche's treasure in your hands, the expedition is a success. You can proudly return to London with this old Spanish treasure. Well done. Alright, so let's plan our next expedition. I think that's a pretty good haul, and I just love the sound of tokens just sprinkling in here. It's really sweet. All those juicy study tokens, which will only get better over time. So perhaps I haven't really explained that very thoroughly, but every time I finish a research subject, so basically everything except starting a new study subject, and that gives us a random benefit to our study tokens, and that really adds up quickly. Alright, so we're number 7 right now. As you can see, the other explorers don't really make any progress, so that's good. We can easily catch up here, I think. Exotic location uncovered in the Suwaza Island by promising explorer Anna Proskuriova. We are a mad scientist. That sounds appropriate. With that great adventure behind it, you can send a report to an explorer welcoming city. This will unlock new possibilities on the world map, but you can only unlock one city per expedition. Later expeditions might add new options. To whom are you going to send your report? Either to Constantinople, which gives us a new entourage hall, or to New Orleans for a new equipment shop. I do like the idea of getting... yeah, I really like the idea of getting additional specialists, so let's send it to Constantinople here. Salam, brave explorer. The Sultan has learned about your recent quest and is impressed by your bravery. Many Sultan would like to invite you to the Topkapi Palace to recruit an entourage among the Ottoman elite. Regards, Grand Vizier Ibrahim Isbat. Alright, so we can check out our specialists that are available, and that's probably the most important thing right now to check out first. So let's do that. We have some specialists available. Let's see. Extra collect when a rogue succeeds on the adventure wheel, whenever a diplomat succeeds, or whenever an archaeologist succeeds. Do we have an archaeologist? We have a slight archaeologist. Well, that could do some work. It's not very impressive, but it's decent. So let's consider Dr. Elegard there. And also extra study if you resolve friendly. That's actually kind of bad. Extra collect. This isn't too worthwhile. But we did unlock, I think, this research here. Did we? Yes, we did. So that means that upgrades to the Entourage Hall are cheaper, so that's good. Let's actually upgrade this one further and see what specialists are available. One study if we resolve an encounter aggressive. So we definitely want this one. Yes, definitely. Do we upgrade further? Actually, we do. Let's examine the last tier. +1 study when a survivalist succeeds, or when a beginner, or when an athlete. Okay, so the vigilante also seems nice. Do we have a level 2 survivalist? Not yet, but we do gain a survivalist spotting or camping from that one. So that's good, yeah. Definitely got some useful stuff here. Let's check the other Entourage Hall. Mostly for specialists again, because those can really start to add up. We get an archaeologist perk and +1 study when we enter a cultural challenge. Okay, let's check out... we can't really afford too much more. Another engineer perk, which we don't have yet. That's really nice. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. We definitely have some options here. Okay, so doesn't really matter for the city phase here, but we should check out our options first. Okay, so we can get an insight, a lobbyist. Well, this is really important to get quickly, so let's get that one first. The rest here, not that much. So we get a lobbyist, we get bonus research from study, I think. Alright. And let's see one... Wait, how did that work? Oh, Anna let us pick. I think she let us pick there. Okay, that's nice. And lecture expert is really important, so let's definitely get that. More status from study, great. Antiquity is good for extra insight. We should definitely get that before the next one. And we can probably just finish up this. Well, that will require a little more research, but getting the bonus supplies is actually really good, I think. And really important right now. We can also focus either on the aggressive attitude, or we can focus on gaining renown through research. So that could be good. Let's see, we can perform insight with a level 3 naturalist. Oh, that's actually rather important. Can we get an additional naturalist perk? Because that's going to be really important if we plan to spend any insight, I think. Let's see. Yes, that's probably the most important thing here. Ooh, or this is also really good. There are so many interesting research opportunities. But we do need to spend... Yeah, we actually do need to spend insight to get there. So that's okay. We might actually save some insights until next adventure. Could consider that. I don't know. What do we get for finishing this? 15 renown when you acquire a helper entourage. That's not that important. We could just unlock anthropology, then we get 4 to 6 research from encounter tokens. That's not bad. Or study from nature challenges. That's really good. Yeah, so we probably want to focus on anthropology and nature sciences afterwards, and we don't really need to finish this one first. So we can... I think I really want this one first. And then grab this for bonus encounter tokens, which also give us... Oh, that does not give us research yet. But bonus encounter tokens should be really sweet. Although they don't give us research. Then maybe it's not as important as I thought. Then we want to focus on nature sciences, I guess. Because this is actually really important. Yeah. Okay. So we want to grab Tales from the Wild here, which will cost us 150 additional research. Let's focus on that first. So let's go to Berlin and harvest some study. Uh, 150, eh? So I would appreciate if this could be possible within... probably saving some insight for next phase here. Didn't quite make it, so we'll have to spend one more insight. But that means we can now grab this one, which will give us 2 more study. We can grab more, let's see, we get status, we get research, we get 1 to 2 gold. Doesn't seem to be that important. Let's just grab more research from study. And yes, okay, so we can finish up. I think we can do a decent amount of research next, after the next adventure. Okay, so let's check out our entourage. Which ones do we definitely want to get? I think this one. 1 bonus study for finishing aggressive, because we will be finishing a lot of them in an aggressive manner. We get an additional survivalist perk. That should be nice. An additional archaeologist perk should also be good, or... Well, we can probably just grab all of them, right? Study for technique challenges and engineering, archaeologist symbolism. Probably we just want to grab all of these. Now let's see how far we can go. Daria the Dervish and Mystic of Muscat, who can read tarot cards, stars and legal letters. Wants to teach you archaeologist symbolism. So Anna will grab that. Let's just focus the archaeology, well, let's just focus most perks on one person. And she can also grab an additional engineering perk, which should be sweet. I would really like to get an additional naturalist, so in retrospect I would really prefer astronomy over advanced tools. But that's hindsight, I guess. Let's check out these first, because I do want to grab, I think... I can grab either this one or that one, and then the 300 from the other. So either we get an archaeologist perk again, or we get a survivalist. And that diversifying, I think, is good in this case. So let's grab, let's grab this one. The Spanish folk hero Vigilante, known for catching bandidos at dawn, wants to teach one of you survivalist spotting or survivalist camping. So Hadis will learn these, and she can grab, I guess camping should be fine. Should be useful, and let's grab 1 more from the other over here. And that should really amp up basically everything. Yilmaz the Eagle, a Turkish piloting engineer who can't live without a thrill, wants to teach one of you engineering piloting. And Anna will learn that one. Alright, so we've got some entourage right now. Let's just check the shop real quick, and that should do it for today. We want to check out trinkets, because we have a lot of space for that. We might be able to get... we could get an advanced tools from... Okay, that makes advanced tools really bad. I really shouldn't have taken that. Dolores already... does not have athlete stamina. But I can get that from a machete here. Diplomat perk, survivalist perk, navigation. Do I have navigation yet? I don't have navigation yet, that's really nice. Okay, so I should probably buy this then, for Dolores. This doesn't really help. The machete, well... Stamina for Dolores, I guess that helps. That means she can get this one, wit, which Hades doesn't have. So I suppose that's okay. I'm not sure how much that matters, but sure. We can also upgrade the shop and just check if we can get anything better. Upgrade it twice, and these should be pretty good. Begala perks, another archaeologist perk. Do I have that one yet? Archaeologist, architecture, symbolism, excavation. Oh, that could be good. Nimble and escape artist. I could give her escape artist, I guess. It's not that amazing. Tactician formations. No, let's give this one to Anna. We could upgrade once more, but that's going to be a little expensive. I could make someone confident. Is that important? It was important for some of us, right? Let's see. If she's enraged or confident, plus speech power, or but she already becomes confident with that. I could just... Confident is rather good. If I can have Hades be confident at the start of every encounter, that's really useful, I feel. So let's try that. Let's give her war drums. And I've got some money left over, so I should probably invest in some armor, I guess. Let's focus on defense, and let's see what we can buy. Some good boots, probably decent. Rusty ring, let's see. We can get a good memento for speech defense. Or just grab some armor. She's got armor, she's got basically no defense. Oh, but I can get boots for the scout, right? That's probably a decent investment. Yeah, I would like that. Let's sell this. Let's get some good boots for Hades. Possibly some offense too. That might be good. Some good gloves. Or I could just not waste my money on everything. I've got a good book, good gloves. No, let's focus on defense here. I could just get both. Why not both? Good. Well, yeah, let's just sell the ring, get a good memento for her. Oh, that means I can't afford both. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I think we're done here, so... We are going to... either the desert... which will be hard on our supplies. I don't like the desert that much. Or we can go... Well, I could just visit a 2-star thing, I guess, but I don't really like that. We can go to the highlands, and that but friendly approach could make things easier. I don't have the right things for that. Okay, I guess we're going to the desert. Screw supplies. It'll be fine. Difficulty 3. The War Temple of Sekhmet is said to be hidden in the desert sands. Exploring the desert will be harder than your supplies. Archaeologist, athlete, survivalist, or rogue will surely help. Rumor has it that there's a lot of gold to find. Alright, so we're definitely going there next episode. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.